Yikes. This is the worst case I've seen in the last 5 minutes of being a doctor. Did you just say 5 minutes? No. Anyways, we're getting off topic. So what is it, Doc? Well, it's not pretty, I gotta tell you that. You got sonic gingivitis. What? I thought I came here for a prostate exam. Well, that too. But there's only one cure for it. That being, you gotta play Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Okay, hear me out. Is Sonic 4 Episode 1 actually a bad game? Well, no, and yes, actually yes. It's more of an yes. But if you ask anybody that lived through the 2010s, that's also a Sonic fan, they'll tell you it was a total flop. A game named Sonic 4 promised to be the true successor to Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and yet what we got instead was an absolute disaster. But if you strip away the massive expectations of that title, the game itself isn't completely bad. In fact, Sonic 4 actually has a lot of potential. The idea was there, and you can see how Dimps actually tried to modernize classic 2D gameplay the same way they did with the Rush series and Sonic Advance. So, where did it all go wrong? Well, a huge part of the problem comes down to the time, or rather the severe lack of it. Dimps was rushed to development forced to reuse assets from previous games like Sonic Rush, and were forced to meet tight deadlines. The potential was definitely there, but it was completely crushed by the weight of a Rush schedule and title it could never possibly live up to. So, let's see what they actually did right, and where they went completely wrong. Before we start tearing into everything that broke the game, let's take a moment and analyze the good stuff, like how they made each stage stand out when comparing them to each other. Things like rolling on boulders in Lost Labyrinth Zone, or using torches to light up dark room, that were kind of annoying, but it also proved that Dimps was actually trying to give each zone its own unique mechanic, instead of all of them being a copy of each other. Now, enough talking about the good things about Episode 1, let's talk about what made it so bad in the first place. Well, the biggest complaint the fans had for Episode 1 was the physics. Things like zero natural momentum or stopping dead in your tracks made the fans pretty mad, but then it was followed by the horrible music, and then copied levels like Splash Hill just being another copy of Green Hill, and Casino Street just being Casino Night. So overall the game actually had lots of potential. It was only supposed to be a small mobile game. But when Sega saw how excited the fans got over the idea of a new classic 2D Sonic game, they decided to scrap the mobile exclusivity and expand it to all platforms, and then change the name from Sonic the Portable to Sonic the Hedgehog 4, Episode 1. Alright, that's enough talking about Episode 1. Let's actually see where Dimps improved with Episode 2. To give credit where it's due, Sega and Dimps actually listened to the fans' reception this time around. They threw away the shitty mobile engine and built a brand new engine from scratch, and fixed almost all of the major complaints. The first thing they fixed was the physics, which made the game feel 10 times better than its predecessor. Graphics-wise, Episode 2 was a huge upgrade over Episode 1, which was to be expected when they ditched that horrible mobile engine. And finally, the original level designs. Instead of just making a reskin of old classic levels, they actually introduced so much more creative environments, like Sylvania Castle and Old Desert. Plus, bringing Tails in the mix made the game much more unique, along with their tag team abilities like flying and rolling together into a powerful spin dash. So, even though Episode 2 came out pretty late, it still proved that Dimps had the talent to make solid 2D Sonic games when given the proper time and budget. Well, would you look at that? We already reached the end of this video. What the? My phone is ringing. Only I gotta pick this up. Say what? We forgot something? Alright, Episode Metal. Oh, how could I even forget about Episode Metal? Introduced reused content from Episode 1, including stages like Mad Gear, Splash Hill, Casino Street, and Lost Labyrinth. But now you're playing them as Metal Sonic. Wow, so cool. Also, what the hell did Metal Sonic just become taller? Wasn't he stuck there since Sonic CD? I don't think robots can grow in size, right? Cool addition, better than nothing, I guess. I'll take a bone at this point. Anything's better than nothing. Alright, now we've reached the end. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry for the long wait. My bad, actually. Very much sorry. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!